Guys, I want to ask all of you this, and Darius, I'll start with you. So you guys are getting ready to return to training camp in 2 or 3 weeks. There's discussion now of having roster sizes reduced from 90 to possibly 80 or even smaller, or there being no preseason games or 2 preseason games. We just talked about the few players from HBCUs, only one got drafted, but several were signed as free agents. What do you think that having no or reduced preseason games or smaller training camp rosters because of the COVID pandemic could do to the chances of someone like Chris Rowland, who was the Black College Football Hall of Fame Player of the Year, like you, Tarik, the Deacon Jones College Player of the Year? What could this do to possibly harm their chances of making a roster?
It would definitely hurt them, I think, because the preseason is where you get your name as an undrafted free agent, and that fourth game, that's what make rosters, that fourth game. So without having guys come in and going through a whole camp and putting that tape out for guys to see, and that's what HBCU guys are looking for, just one opportunity. And if you're going to cut camp, if you're going to cut the preseason games, it's definitely going to suck because now teams are not going to sign them HBCU guys. They're going just for the big-time names so their resume can look good. Because, like Tarik said, nobody want to risk their job but stepping on the table for someone. So if you're coming from HBCU and –
because like me and Darius both saying, like, they're going to choose with no film on each, they're going to choose the PWI player over the HBCU player like 9 times out of 10. So it's going to be extremely hard for them.
All right, guys, now we are going to a unique segment because we have 4 HBCU products here, and this is going to be called HBCU Mythbusters. And Jim, we will start with you. Question number 1. Can only black students attend HBCUs?
No, that is a myth. That is wrong. In fact, for many of these universities to get public funds, they have to be diverse. And the number, I believe, of late, most recently that I read, is 23% of the student population at HBCUs are non-black. So that is a myth. That is wrong.
All right, Darius, you are up next. Do HBCUs only play football against other black colleges?
That is a myth. We play against a lot of PWIs, and what game that sold me to the NFL was me playing against Clemson. So we definitely go out. We try to play other PWIs, but 80% of our games are HBCUs though.
And let's remember the greatest upset in NCAA history was who? Howard over UNLV.
Tell him, Jim.
That's true.
Tell him, Jim.
That alone should answer that.
Caitlin Newton.
I beat Howard.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, Tarik. And you know about this because you've been to our event with the Black College Football Hall of Fame several times. Does the Black College Football Hall of Fame solely recognize great black players who played college football?
No, they also recognize coaches and people in the community as well. And
people
like
who
NFL
went
team
to
owners.
historically black colleges. Yes, this is to recognize those from historically black colleges. And speaking of Black College Football Hall of Fame, guys, on Wednesday they're having a big streaming special called The Road to Equality, where we're hoping to raise a bunch of money to support a lot of the HBCU programs. Last question. Jim Trotter, I'm starting with you. Does Howard University have the best homecoming of all HBCUs?
No.
I see Tarik shaking his head. He knows darn well that Howard University has the best homecoming of any university, PWI or HBCU. And in fact, tell him, Steve, McCord Maker was at Howard University for homecoming, which no doubt helped in his decision to attend the Mecca.
That closed the deal. So, Tarik, I want to hear your argument, and yours too, Darius, because you do know better, but I still want to hear your argument.
All I can say is, if your homecoming doesn't have an acronym, it cannot be the greatest homecoming. We the only ones that say GHO. because it's truly the greatest homecoming on earth, and everybody knows about G-Ho.
All right, Darius, please make a better argument than that.
Listen, South Carolina State, man, we get down. That's all I would say, man. I feel like we got a great homecoming too. But in all honesty, man, like I've been to Howard homecoming, I've been to G-Ho, and if I had to go one or two, man,
tell the
in
truth.
all honesty, man, G-Ho be rocking.
Come on!
Hey,
Oh, no.
All right,
G-Ho be
you know
rocking,
what?
man.
It is time to wrap this up, because I have never heard a rapper drop a G-Ho in a lyric as many times I've heard Howard Homecoming get dropped in big hits. Hey, this has been so special and so important. Tarik, Darius, Jim, thank you so much for this important roundtable on HBCUs.